Hi guys. WrestlePalooza was not it. That's what I'm hearing, and I've been looking online, and people are saying Monday Night Raw was not it either. So it's interesting. Right now we got a video. This is a video about WrestleMania. Topics they are covering is ESPN unimpressed with WWE, ex WWE star racing adult pass, and WWE star injured. Wrestling news. Uh, if that is what I think it's about, the erasing adult pass, yeah, you might as well give up on that. It's already out there. Just try to do better.
Is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including ESPN is unhappy with WrestlePalooza, Drew McIntyre was going to win the WWE Championship at WrestlePalooza, why WWE have lost their minds, a WWE fan goes too far, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch's attire had a hidden meaning, a former WWE star erasing her adult career, a WWE star injured, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story. Now first story looks at the backstage reaction to WrestlePalooza. Now our top story today takes a look at the backstage reaction to WrestlePalooza, specifically the acclaimed mixed person tag match. The mixed tag match at WrestlePalooza marked AJ Lee's first match in over a decade, and according to Fightful Select, the reaction backstage was quote-unquote very positive when it came to her performance. We've heard the backstage reception to AJ Lee's first match back was very positive. Those that we spoke to in WWE felt she did really well. A specific praise was offered to Becky Lynch, who was heavily credited for her performance in the match. Becky Lynch was heavily credited for her performance. One longtime WWE name said that Lynch has helped lead so many wrestlers through matches where they've taken long absences and they feel she did well. Lynch and AJ without a doubt deserve significant praise for their work on Saturday. It's unknown how WWE reacted to the other matches on the show, as the negative feedback from fans is rather telling. The YouTube dislikes on certain matches, such as Cody Rhodes vs Drew McIntyre, are clearly a sign that a lot of fans really aren't happy with WWE's creative output. Triple H has said multiple times this year that he doesn't take online criticism seriously. This is a comment that he's been called out for many times, as he's actively made creative changes based on social media feedback to angles and segments. Who can forget the main event of WrestleMania 40 last year was changed due to fans being furious via social media and YouTube. To claim that the criticism from online fans doesn't matter or influence WWE is just nonsensical. Next up, ESPN are unhappy with WrestlePalooza. Due to ESPN now hosting WWE PLEs, it's fair to assume that their PLE reviews on their website will be somewhat biased. However, that isn't what's happening. In fact, ESPN had a scathing review for the show, and even gave it a C-grade rating. The mention in the closing comments, the excellent Vaquer vs Sky match saved this show from being truly average. It was a phenomenal display inside the squared circle. Everything else was either underwhelming, the short Rhodes-McIntyre match, or a setup for a future match, Lesnar dominating Cena. For a card that promised to have epic moments, it fell a little short of expectations. Falling a little short of expectations sounds like an understatement, but this is a terrible look for WWE, and they surely need to fire back with a stellar show tonight on Raw. The only problem is, as of right now, nothing has been announced for the show. Perhaps Triple H is in the back rewriting the show as he saw the review on ESPN. Now the main problem is the PLE structure. PLEs aren't given enough time to build up. In most cases, they just feel hastily thrown together with zero build. I mean, for the Drew and Cody match, we only got one show of build, and that's for the WWE Championship. If WWE really needs to look at things, they need to look at the PLE structure first and foremost. Having a few less PLEs in the year would certainly make things better. Next up, the original WrestlePalooza plans revealed. Now, the original plans for WrestlePalooza have been revealed, and this could have been an epic PLE. According to BodySlam via Patreon, the original plans for the show were to see John Cena defeat Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre to win the WWE title. Sources indicate to BodySlam that as of Saturday morning, John Cena was scheduled to defeat Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza. Sources also indicate that both Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre pitched Randy Orton, accidentally costing Rhodes the undisputed WWE Championship. This would have set up Cody chasing the title once again and winning it back from Drew before Randy pulled the trigger and turned on Cody. The end result ended up being Cody Rhodes standing tall to end WrestlePalooza with no shenanigans. Now, to say that this would have been significantly better, again, is an understatement. WWE really should have kept these original plans in place. There was absolutely zero logical reason to have Brock Lesnar defeat John Cena.
Yeah, that
WrestlePalooza could have had
Kofi
a shocking
stuff,
ending. It certainly would have saved the PLE as a whole. Next up, WWE have lost their minds. The backlash to the controversial John Cena vs Brock Lesnar match at WrestlePalooza has escalated, as fans have now realized that Big Match John now has just 5 appearances left. Cena has 2 Raw dates set, an appearance at Crown Jewel, Survivor Series War Games, and Saturday Night's main event respectively. Unfortunately, this means that Crown Jewel and Saturday Night's main event are going to receive 0 build with him involved. That's right, Cena won't make a single appearance on television on the road to his final matchup. This is kind of insane to think about, as this is one of the biggest matches of all time, and the name that Cena faces will have to build a match on their own. In relation to Crown Jewel in Australia next month, there's now speculation that Cena may not even wrestle on the show. Due to there being no TV dates for Cena set before the show, WWE can't build up someone new for Cena to face. Additionally, a rematch with Brock Lesnar doesn't seem likely, as WWE have actively marketed their match at WrestlePalooza as a final encounter, so to then go back on the marketing for the match makes little sense. Fans are theorizing that WWE may have Cena deliver a promo segment of sorts, and an appearance on the show, such as the Grayson Waller effect, could work, especially with Waller being from Australia. Whatever WWE has planned, it's crazy to think that Cena has 5 dates left, and then that's it. WWE have truly dropped the ball when it's come to his retirement run. It'll be interesting to find out what Cena himself has thought of the way WWE have booked him in his final year. Next up, an update on Jey Uso. There has been concern for Jey Uso's well-being after he was seriously busted open on Saturday's PLE. Jey's head accidentally made contact with a steel chair, and the bloodshed was so substantial that Jey needed to wrap towels around his head following the match to soak up as much blood as possible. Jey is now taken to his personal Instagram page to put fans' minds at ease by stating that he's good, so hopefully the injury isn't too serious. Jey is currently in concussion protocol, and this will mean that Jey has to be medically evaluated before he can wrestle again. Jey Uso will likely miss tonight's Raw, and depending on his concussion status, it may be a few weeks before Jey returns to in-ring action. Concussions and head trauma is something that WWE takes extremely seriously, so thankfully Jey will be given the medical help he requires. Next up, the real reason for WWE splitting up Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther. A WWE's call to break up the Imperium faction received negative reviews at the time, especially because a lot of the fans felt like Ludwig Kaiser and Vinci would be lost in the shuffle. But now it's been surfaced just who was the mastermind behind the breakup, and it may not be who you would expect. Speaking on the Ken Jeddah podcast with Hamad Firdousi, Kaiser explained that Imperium breaking up was he and Gunther's idea. I think I've never said this in public, but it was Gunther's and my idea. You see, Imperium originated in WXW as Ringkampf. Even though it was set up differently, we were all on the same level, but with different characters. Timothy Thatcher was the roughneck for the dirty work, I was the arrogant young boy. Walter, aka Gunther, was a slaughterer to kill everyone. Imperium was a different dynamic. Gunther was the main guy, and I was part of the tag team. Kaiser would acknowledge that he knew it was a huge risk, but he had to bet on himself. Gunther is insane. He unlocks something in people that only few can. You need to know your place. My job was to make his act better and not take anything away. But at some point, you want more, and you get to a point where you want more, but if you keep walking behind Gunther, I remain the tag team guy. We realized something needs to change, so we did. Of course, there's risk, but in America, you need to bank on yourself and on your skills. You need to have the balls to do that. You will get that chance, you need to use it. I would say for myself, I did just that. It's no secret that Kaiser and Vinci weren't exactly best friends, so it's understandable why Kaiser was pushing for the group to disband. Kaiser received rave reviews as of late for his work as El Grande Americano, and whilst it probably wasn't what Kaiser was expecting out of his WWE career, he's giving it his all, and he's evidently had the ability to effectively pull off multiple WWE personas. Next up, a WWE fan goes too far. Speaking of Ludwig Kaiser, during that podcast appearance, he revealed that a fan decided to take things a step too far by approaching both he and Gunther at a bathroom urinal. We've been approached at the urinal in the airport. A guy leaned over and said, "Hello, Ring General, what's going on?" And this is yet another incident of fans going way too far. Numerous wrestlers, including Rhea Ripley and CM Punk, have been forced to call out fans for not respecting their personal space. And unfortunately, another story is now surfaced. It goes without saying that approaching wrestlers at a urinal is completely inappropriate, and fans need to start treating their favorite wrestlers with respect and dignity. Next up, these WWE wrestlers had hidden meanings in their attire. Now, it's not uncommon for wrestlers to incorporate hidden meanings within their ring gear. Whether this hidden meaning is a tribute to a family member or a friend, or a tribute to a cause close to their hearts, a wrestler's ring gear acts as the perfect way for a wrestler to send a message. Now, 4 specific wrestlers at WrestlePalooza this weekend decided to honor great causes with their in-ring gear. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins will wear matching blue and black attire, and this was to support Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. The cause occurs every September and is seen as a time to raise awareness, spread hope, and spark meaningful action around one of the most urgent mental health issues of the modern world. One of their opponents in the match, AJ Lee, would also have the pride flag on the bottom of her boots, and this made a ton of sense as a former Divas champion has been a huge advocate for LGBT+ rights since the start of her WWE career. CM Punk, who's also a massive advocate for LGBT+ rights, similarly had the rainbow flag incorporated into certain elements of his trunks. Next up, a former WWE star is erasing her adult career. A former WWE star, Lacey Evans, is now on a mission to erase her past with multiple DMCA claims, which Evans believes will scrub the internet of articles and photos relating to her OnlyFans career and even her WWE tenure. According to Ringside News, Evans has filed over 13,000 claims using her real name, Macy Estrella. Naturally, the WWE articles and photos aren't even owned by Evans, so is she wasting her time on this particular venture? And finally, a WWE star injured. Our final story today takes a look at some unfortunate injury news. Piper Niven has been absent from WWE television, having wrestled back on August 22nd SmackDown, where she picked up the biggest win of her career over Charlotte Flair. Sadly, it's now been confirmed that Niven is indeed injured, and according to Fightful Select, it's unknown how serious the injury is at this stage. Fightful has gained confirmation on an unfortunate injury within WWE. Over the last week, Fightful Select has been getting a lot of inquiries regarding the status with Piper Niven of the Secret Service. When Fightful looked into her recent absence, we were told that she was injured. We didn't hear what the specific injury was, just that they don't know how bad it is at this point. Niven hasn't wrestled in a month since her win over Charlotte Flair on WWE SmackDown. On the September 19th episode of WWE SmackDown, Chelsea Green ended up teaming with Alba Fire, where it's usually Piper herself. We don't have a timeline on a potential return. Now, we here at WrestleMania wish Piper Niven a speedy recovery. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Okay, that's gonna bring us to the end of that video. I'm gonna try to do another video, y'all. This one wasn't that long. I really enjoyed it.